Hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on ticket management with Blueprint. I'm Varsha, part of Zoho's user education team and your presenter. In this webinar, I will explain how blueprints are effective in handling support tickets with better efficiency. We will also learn in detail about what is a blueprint, how it works, and how it can simplify and organize customer support processes. Before we start with the session, let me quickly mention the other two webinars that were hosted a few months back. If in case you missed them, don't worry, you can always find them on our webinar resources page. So without any further ado, let's start the session. Whether it is a business context or day-to-day activity, we often hear these two terms, process and procedure. Our everyday activities such as washing clothes and ordering online food, it also involves certain levels of processes and some procedures to do them. Imagine you're ordering food online, something that we have all done at some point. The steps are quite simple here. First, you need to open the app, choose the desired restaurant, select your favorite dish, place the order, make the payment, and then wait for the delivery. But there is a lot that happens behind the scene. The app first confirms your order with the restaurant, then the food is prepared, packed, picked up by a delivery partner, and finally brought to your doorstep. What happens if the payment is processed before the restaurant confirms the order instead of auto-cancelling? Or the delivery partner is not informed about the pickup? Yes, your order will be cancelled later, a refund will be scheduled, or there will be some delay in delivering the food. You see, a procedure is laid to ensure that the process of food order to delivery is successfully completed. Let's look at another simple example, laundromat. It starts with sorting clothes by color and fabric, loading them into the washing machine, adding detergent, selecting the wash settings, and finally setting the dryer. Here the wash setting depends on the fabric and the type of clothes, making sorting a mandatory step. If you notice, both online food delivery and laundromat have a set of steps to follow, which is known as the process. And each step involves the way it should be done to ensure successful completion, and it is known as the procedure. Process tells what to do, while procedure defines how it should be done. Process gives a high-level outline of a business framework. On the other hand, procedure gives a breakdown of tasks at every step, setting a guideline for the process. Similarly, in business, it is essential to set guidelines for every process. It allows for orderly execution, gives a structured flow, ensures flow adherence, and provides a guided approach. Likewise, customer service, a fundamental department in every business architecture, has different processes of its own to handle customer queries, complaints, and feedback. The service industry exclusively thrives on customer satisfaction, and therefore, it is important that their processes are executed expertly and adhere to the business guidelines. And this is where Blueprint steps in. What is a blueprint? Blueprint is a process management tool that simplifies and sets guidelines for the ticket resolution process. It helps to clearly define each step in a process, ensuring that tasks follow a logical order and the steps are not skipped. For example, consider a food ordering process. The steps could move through predefined stages such as order placed, order confirmed, food prepared, food packed, out for delivery and delivered. Each step ensures smooth progression, so no critical task like confirming the order or notifying the delivery partner are missed. It defines who, what, and when. Blueprint auto-assigns responsibilities to team members and automates actions at every stage, ensuring accountability and clarity throughout the process. For example, in a food ordering process, at the order confirmation stage, the restaurant staff is responsible for confirming the order. Once confirmed, an automated action sends a notification to the kitchen team to start preparing the food. At the food packed stage, the kitchen staff mark it as ready, triggering an automated notification to the delivery partner, assigning the delivery task to them. This ensures Everyone knows their role, and repetitive actions like notifications happen automatically with less manual intervention. Guided approach. Blueprint acts as a guide to agents or teams by clearly defining each stage of a process and outlining the tasks, responsibilities, and actions required at every step. It eliminates confusion by providing a structured process that agents or team must follow, ensuring they know what to do, when to do it, and who is responsible for each stage. It spot and fix bottlenecks. Blueprint helps identify where processes slow down or get stuck, allowing teams to take corrective action and improve efficiency. By clearly outlining each stage of a process and tracking progress, it becomes easier to pinpoint delays or areas that need attention. When to use a blueprint? You can use a blueprint if you want to ensure consistent service quality by standardizing how every task should be performed. For instance, in an online food ordering process, every order follows the same steps, such as order confirmed, food prepared, out for delivery, and so on. This consistency ensures that every order is managed with the same level of care, upholding service quality. Create checklist. If you want to provide clear instructions to the agents on the tasks they need to perform at every stage, then you can define them within the blueprint. For example, in a food ordering process, at the order confirmation stage, tasks like verifying restaurant availability, confirming order details, and notifying the customer can be defined. This simplifies onboarding for new agents by guiding them through predefined tasks, reducing errors, and ensuring smooth execution even if they are unfamiliar with the process. Simplify onboarding. If you want to simplify the onboarding process for new agents, Blueprint provides clear step-by-step guidelines to help them navigate each stage of a process. By defining actions and instructions at every step, agents can quickly understand their responsibilities, reducing the need for extensive training. How Blueprint is effective? Blueprint will be highly effective because it enhances team productivity by automating routine actions and clearly outlining responsibilities. It allows for faster decision making by helping businesses in process orchestration where each step is predefined and actions are triggered automatically. This reduces the need for constant oversight, ensuring that teams can focus on more complex tasks. Ultimately, Blueprint fosters a more agile and responsive environment, improving both internal operations and customer satisfaction. So now you have a brief understanding about what is a blueprint and how it will be effective for a business. Let us now take a look at the main components in a blueprint. A blueprint comprises of two important components, states and transition. States are nothing but the various stages or statuses in a process that a ticket or request moves through. For example, in an online food delivery system, states could include order confirmed, food prepared, and out for delivery. Each state identifies the current position of the request, helping the system know exactly which stage the process is in. Next component is the transition. Transition connects two states. It defines the actions or tasks that a person performs in order to move a ticket to the next state. Let's revisit the online food delivery example. Order confirmed to food prepared requires certain actions such as sending the list of food items to the restaurant, the invoice of the payment, and preparation specification if mentioned by the customer. Without doing the following tasks, the restaurant cannot prepare the food. This is where transition comes into the picture. You club all these tasks into one transition and the agent completes them, after which the order moves to the subsequent stage, that is food prepared. The transitions are here like the actions that connect these states and move the process forward. For example, a transition like dispatch order moves the process from food prepared to out for delivery stage. Each transition represents a specific event or task that need to happen before the process can move to the next stage. Now, why are these transitions important? They ensure that every step follows a sequence and they are not bypassed. Without transitions, your process flow would be chaotic, leading to missteps or delays. The process of transition involves actions performed at different stages, and these actions can be categorized as follows. First one is before transition. These are actions that occur before a transition takes place. They help ensure that all preconditions are met and set the stage for the transition. The next one is during transition. Here, certain actions will take place while the ticket is in one state. They represent the core of the transition, such as replying to the customer while performing the transitions or triggering notifications. And the final one is after transition. Here, the actions are performed right after the ticket moves to the next state. These typically involve follow-ups like sending an alert notification to the customer or updating the ticket status automatically. We will explore the specific actions available for each of these transitions during the product demo. Let us now proceed with the product demo, where we will set up a blueprint for the return and refund process. So this is the example we are going to explain in the demo. Let's consider the returns and refund process in a business designed to handle customer returns systematically, ensuring smooth coordination between various departments like customer service, logistics, inventory, quality, and finance. So the process begins when a customer submits a return request. This could be due to a defect, dissatisfaction, or receiving the wrong item. Then the customer service team reviews the return request to ensure it meets the company's return policies. For example, they will check if the return request is within the allowed return window or if the product is eligible for return. Once validated, the logistic team steps in to schedule a pickup from the customer's location. After the item is picked up, it is transported back to the warehouse. Here, the inventory team logs the receipt of the returned item, marking it as ready for inspection. Then the returned item undergoes a quality check to determine its condition. If the item is not damaged, it passes inspection and moves to the next step. If the item is damaged, it fails inspection, leading to a different outcome. Let's say if the item is damaged, then the refund will be rejected and conveyed to the customer. If the item is in good condition, the finance team approves the refund and the refund amount is credited back to the customer. Once the refund is processed, the ticket is closed and the customer is notified of the successful resolution. This complete process ensures that every return request follows a systematic path, different departments collaborate effectively at each stage, and customers receive timely updates whether their refund is approved or rejected. Now let's see how this process looks in real time within the product. Imagine a customer initiates a return request for receiving the wrong item they purchased. Upon receiving the request, a support agent from the returns and refund department picks it up and begins processing. The first step involves validating the request according to the organization's predefined validation criteria. Once the validation is complete and both conditions are satisfied, the agent adds a comment within the ticket for other agents or managers to reference, attaches the proof of receipt, and completes the transition. Following this, the logistics department steps in. A logistics agent initiates the pickup initiated transition, taking responsibility for collecting the product from the customer. The logistic agent informs the customer that the product will be picked up within 2 business days and records this update as a comment in the ticket for transparency. Once the product is collected, it is dispatched to the warehouse. Upon receiving the product in the warehouse, the quality assurance team is notified to perform a quality check. A QA team member inspects the item using the organization's inspection guidelines, leaving a detailed comment in the ticket about the QA outcome. Based on the inspection results, the QA team triggers either the QC passed or QC failed transition. This action automatically updates the classification field in the ticket, providing real-time data on whether the returned product was valid or defective. Over time, this automated field update allows managers to gain valuable insights such as the total number of defective products received, helping them identify patterns and improve product quality or vendor performance. Next, the finance department takes over. If the QA status shows the product is not damaged and the inspection is passed, then the finance agent approves the refund, logs the refund amount in the comments, and informs the customer that the refund will be credited within 7 business days. If the item is damaged and fails the quality check, the finance agent rejects the refund, explains the decision to the customer, and closes the request. Throughout this entire process, each department plays a critical role in ensuring a smooth and transparent workflow. Every action is documented, keeping all team members and the customer informed. This structured approach not only ensures consistency and accountability across teams, but also enhances customer satisfaction by providing clear communication at every stage. To implement the streamline process, we need to configure the blueprint within the product. Let's explore how this can be achieved. To set up this process, log into your desk account and navigate to the setup page. Under the automation section, select Blueprint. On the Blueprint configuration page, choose the department where you want to create the blueprint. Click on Create Blueprint and provide a name and description. The status field here is pre-selected because blueprint states are determined by this field, guiding the movement from one step to another. Then you can apply the blueprint to only specific records. For example, if you want to apply this blueprint to the tickets that contain reason for return as defect, then only to those tickets the blueprint will be applied. Or you can choose to apply it universally to all records within the department. Next, we do have some advanced configurations as well, and they are strict mode. It ensures that agents can only perform actions such as editing fields, sending replies, leaving comments, requesting approvals, adding resolutions, or uploading attachments within the context of a blueprint transitions. This restriction maintains process integrity by limiting actions to specific predefined steps. For example, if a return request is under review, the agent cannot manually update the return status or leave comments until they reach the request validation transition within the blueprint. This prevents premature updates or unapproved communication within the customer. The next advanced configuration is dynamic transition owner assignment. This allows support administrators to dynamically assign transition owners within a record. Transition owners can be assigned from the current department or from another department to ensure collaboration across teams. For example, during the pickup initiated transition in the returns process, the transition owner could be dynamically assigned to a logistics agent. If the logistics team requires assistance from the inventory team to confirm the return item, then the record can be shared and an inventory agent will complete the item received transition. The next advanced configuration is continuous blueprint. A continuous blueprint automatically triggers the next transition as soon as the current one is completed, creating a seamless workflow without manual intervention. This setup is particularly useful for structured processes such as call handling or refund approvals. For example, in a customer support scenario, Once the item received transition is completed by the logistics team, the system automatically triggers the quality check transition for the QA team. This eliminates any delay in processing, ensuring the next step is initiated promptly. Once you proceed to the next step, the blueprint editor window appears. The left pane displays the available states in the selected department. You just have to simply drag and drop the desired states and connect them to define the transitions between them. Each transition can have specific actions associated with it. In before transition, you can assign a transition owner, which can be an agent or team from the same or a different department. You can also define specific conditions under which a transition should occur, ensuring the process follow predefined rules. For example, in the returns and refund process, you could set a condition that the request validation transition can only be performed if the reason for return field is set to defective or damaged. This ensures that the processes progress only when the return reason meets the required criteria. During transition, you can use the add operations feature to guide agents during the transition. The available operations include, first one is action. Your agents can send a reply to the customer during the transition. For example, they can notify the customer that the defective product will be picked up within 2 business days. Then they can add comments in the ticket for reference, attach files such as receipt or photo evidence, submit the ticket for approval from a manager, and then provide resolution tips or share the ticket with another department. The next one is fields operation. Here, agents can validate fields relevant to the transition. For example, if the reason for return is damaged, then only the return request proceeds to the next step. In message, organization can display predefined instruction for agents. For example, they can remind agents to adhere to validation steps before approving a return request. In extension, you can integrate supported extensions like Zoho Calendar or Zoho Sprint. For example, you can allow agents to schedule a follow-up call using Zoho Calendar without leaving the ticket interface. Next comes the after transition. So it is nothing but it will automate actions that occur once the transition is completed. These include alert notification, such as sending predefined alerts to agents or managers. For example, you can notify the QA team once the product is shipped to the warehouse. Then field update, you can automatically update specific fields. For example, you can mark the return status as QA pending after the product is received. Then task assignment, you can assign tasks to agents or teams. For example, you can task the QA team with performing a quality check once the product reaches the warehouse. Then custom functions, here you can configure unique actions tailored to your business needs. For example, you can write a dilute script to automatically calculate and apply refund amounts based on product value or return reason. I have already configured the returns and refund process as a blueprint. Let me just quickly give you a walkthrough of what I have done to achieve the end result in real time. I have configured the necessary states in the current sequence according to my requirements and added the corresponding transitions to facilitate movement between the steps. For the validate request transition, I assigned the transition owner as the record owner. During this transition, I configured several operations including sending a message, using the reply all option, leaving a comment, and attaching files. To proceed to the next step, I created a transition called Pickup Started, where the transition owner is assigned to an agent from the logistics department. During this transition, the agent is prompted to notify the customer about the pickup process via a reply and add a comment in the ticket for internal reference. Once the pickup is initiated, the product must be dispatched to the warehouse. For this, I set up the ship to warehouse transition, which will be handled by an agent from the inventory department. After shipping, an alert is automatically sent to the QA team as part of the after transition configuration. When the item arrives at the warehouse, the quality check process is carried out by the QA team. During this transition, I included a message to guide the agent through the QA steps and enable the option for them to add comments about the QA process for record keeping. Additionally, I configured an SLA for the quality check state, setting it to 40 minutes. If the SLA is breached, a notification is sent to the manager for immediate action. After the QA process, the agent can perform one of two transitions, QC pass or QC fail, depending on the product's quality status. Upon completing these transitions, I configured an automatic update for the classification field in the ticket, which provides real-time insights into whether the return product is valid or defective. Finally, based on the outcome, the process moves to the next step with transitions such as proceed with refund or refund cancelled, which will be handled by the finance department. During these transitions, the agent is instructed to inform the customer about the refund status and amount using the reply all operation. Additionally, they are required to leave a comment within the ticket for internal reference, ensuring all stakeholders are aligned. Once the blueprint is in place, the blueprint dashboard becomes an essential tool for monitoring and optimizing the process. This dashboard provides a comprehensive view of the active blueprints across departments, helping managers track the progress of tickets in real time. The dashboard displays key performance indicators such as SLA violations, a comparison of SLA adhered versus violated tickets, average time spent per blueprint and state, and the frequency of transition occurrences. These insights help managers assess the efficiency of their business processes at a glance. For example, the dashboard helps identify bottlenecks by highlighting states where tickets tend to accumulate. This visibility allows managers to troubleshoot potential issues quickly, such as delays in the quality check state or uncompleted transitions like pickup started. Moreover, the dashboard plays a crucial role in monitoring SLA compliance. It ensures that critical steps are completed within the designated timeframes, preventing service level breaches. Now let's look on to some of the commonly asked FAQs related to blueprint. So the first question is, can I delete transitions while creating a blueprint? Yes, transitions can be deleted within a blueprint. In the image, you can see specific transition named validate request highlighted with a red box. This transition can be removed by clicking the delete icon next to it. Deleting transitions allows you to refine your blueprint process by removing unnecessary or outdated steps. So the next question is, can I revoke tickets from a blueprint? Yes, tickets can be revoked from a blueprint either individually or in bulk. You can revoke the blueprint in bulk by selecting the revoke blueprint option in the configuration page. From the blueprint list view, you can select the desired blueprint, then choose the option revoke tickets under the menu. This feature is useful for removing tickets that no longer need to follow the blueprint process, offering flexibility in managing exceptions or changes in the business processes. And the final question is it possible to delete or disable a blueprint? Yes, blueprints can be deleted or disabled. From the blueprint configuration page, you can select delete from the menu to permanently remove the blueprint. This action is typically taken when a blueprint is obsolete or no longer aligns with the business processes. Alternatively, if you want to stop using a blueprint temporarily but may need it later, then you can disable it. This will pause the application of the blueprint without losing its configuration, allowing you to reactivate it when needed. Let's quickly look into the key takeaways of this session. So the first one is process streamlining. By clearly defining each step, a blueprint ensures that all actions in a business process are structured and systematic. This eliminates ambiguity, allowing agents to focus on what needs to be done at each stage. With defined transitions and checkpoints, blueprints ensures that processes adhere to organizational policies, and validation at critical steps ensures compliance and quality. Agent onboarding. Blueprint provides a guided framework for agents, walking them through each step of a process. This makes it easier for new agents to understand complex processes without needing extensive supervision. Since Blueprint acts as a built-in process guide, new hires can quickly get up to speed. This reduces the need for lengthy training sessions and accelerates their readiness to handle tickets independently. Visibility. Blueprints offers a clear view of where each ticket or task stands in the business process. Managers and team members can track progress and identify bottlenecks in real time, improving decision making. Visibility allows managers to quickly pinpoint areas where tickets are frequently delayed, such as during validation or quality checks. This insights helps in identifying bottlenecks and areas that needs process improvements. By monitoring transitions and actions in real time, managers and administrators can proactively troubleshoot problems. For instance, if a certain department frequently delays a transition, corrective actions can be taken immediately. And finally, with visibility into transitions and states, different departments or agents working on the same ticket can collaborate seamlessly. Thank you for watching this webinar. We hope you now have a deeper understanding of how blueprints can help you streamline your process, improve visibility, and enhance your customer service operations. If you have any questions or need further clarification, feel free to reach out at support@zoho.com. We are here to help you get the most out of your blueprint system.